Here we have June 2013 question 4, and the question here is asking us which one of the following diagrams correctly shows us a negative externality. Now the key thing in the question to look out for here is that it asks for both a consumption and production externality, and that's a clue as to what the answer will be. Okay, now a lot of students will make a mistake here and they'll see negative externality and they'll think, marginal social cost greater than marginal private cost, negative externality. C option A, social costs greater than private costs, circle it, move on. However, that would be a mistake. Option A is actually wrong, as we'll see, because we are looking here for negative externalities in both the consumption and production. Okay. But using this formula, we can discount two of the options. Social costs greater than private costs, of course, in negative externality means that we can discount B and D. That's because in both of these, private cost is greater than social costs. Now let's turn our attention to A and C. Both of these subscribe to our criteria of having social costs greater than private costs. However, they do have differing benefit curves. So we're going to have to unpack what this means so as to give us the right answer. Let's just recap what the diagram's showing us. We have a socially optimal outcome where social benefits equal social costs, and we have that on both diagrams. And we also have the free market outcome, which is where private costs equal private benefits. And we can see slightly different on both diagrams. Now the option A is telling us that the individual will consume here, the red dot, where private costs equal private benefits. However, there is no negative externality in consumption here. A negative externality in consumption must mean that the individual has overestimated the benefits of a good. Now in this diagram, the individual hasn't overestimated. He or she has actually underestimated the social benefits. There are actually more social benefits deriving from this level of consumption than the individual presumes. However, here in option C, the private benefit curve is above the social, and therefore the individual has clearly overestimated the benefits deriving from this good, therefore creating a negative consumption externality. So C is our right answer. For something to be a negative externality in production, the social cost must be above the private costs. Both diagrams subscribe to that. But for something to be a negative externality in consumption, the private benefit curve must be above the social benefit curve, leaving us with answer C.